Who makes a rugged teardrop camping trailer that weighs between 1 and 2,000 pounds with a price range from below 5,000 to about 10? Where can you buy a trailer like that directly from the factory with no middleman? Well, today on Jurgen's Journeys, I'm going to answer those and several more questions as I introduce you to Levi and his lovely wife, Megan. They, along with a few other fine craftsmen, build a sporty line of teardrop trailers right here in the Appalachian foothills of North Carolina. So, come along as I interview the owners and highlight the Kodiak Stealth camping trailer by Rustic Trails Teardrops. Well, I'll tell you, it's kind of a nasty day here in North Carolina. It's 35 degrees and raining. So, I thought I'd have to come up with something indoors today, and I found just the thing. There is a jewel of a spot here in just north of Pilot Mountain, North Carolina, just right off of US 52, and they make teardrop campers here. I didn't learn about this till just a little while ago, and I thought, well, I've got to come by and check these folks out. The name of it is Rustic Trails. And they've got a website and a YouTube channel and all that, and I'll share the information about that in the description down below. But we're going to go inside here. We're going to talk to Levi, and he's going to tell us a little bit about this great little outfit and the wonderful little teardrop campers that they produce. So come on, let's go check this out. Well, this is Levi and Megan. They're the ones I told you about. And they run and own this operation along with their parents, as I understand it. And so they've consented to share about their wonderful little campers and tell us a little bit about their business. So I'm just going to ask them a few questions, and if you have any questions for them, you leave them in the comments below. And there you'll also find a link to their website and YouTube channel so that you can ask them directly, because I think you're going to really like this product. Levi, you've been real gracious to do this for me and with me, and I appreciate Megan joining us. And she's got more of the gift of gab. That's always helpful. So one of the first questions that I think the viewers might want to know, Levi, is how this all got started, and you know how long you've been in business and that kind of thing.
Well, we've been in business for about 7.5 years, and me and my dad started the business in our backyard. He first wanted to build a camper that I thought was a little bit crazy, and so whenever he approached me about it, I was like, okay, Dad, sure, we'll do it. And so when we got done with it, he decided he wanted something a little bit smaller. And so he decided to sell that, use the money from it to build another. And whenever he did, our first Papa Bear was born. The very first camper that he made, the larger one, a guy came from Colorado and picked it up, and so that's kind of what sparked the interest of it. If somebody is interested in something like that, homemade from across the United States, it must be something good.
So that was the first trailer, the Papa Bear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So after that, we started building the Papa Bear, and after that it was the Grizzly Bear that came into existence. And the business kind of built from there, and we came up with several other models. So.
Okay. And which model are we going to be showing today?
We're going to show the Kodiak today.
Kodiak. That's one of your most popular trailers.
Yep.
Okay.
And it's
So
been around.
and so when did you start in business? What year? Or
It was 2012.
in 2012. Well, that's okay. So you've been here for 7 years now.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Well, I know they're one of the main features of these is the price. From what I've seen on other YouTube channels, can you tell us something about the price range on the various ones?
So our prices start at about $4,800 up to about $12,000, and that's with our biggest model, and that's with about all the add-ons.
Well, that's great. So you can get pretty much everything you want on there for about $12,000, and if you're on a budget, you can start for around $5,000. That's awesome. How do you go about selling these? Now, how did that guy from Colorado find out about you?
Well, we put it up on Craigslist.
On Craigslist,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that's been a lot of what has kind of fueled the business has just been a little bit of some Craigslist posting, but once our name kind of got out there, we started getting a lot more people saying, "Hey, I saw this guy have this camper, I really liked it, so I want to get one made." And been a lot of word of mouth.
A lot.
Word of mouth. Well, that's the case with a lot of small businesses getting started. Just people like to find a quality product and they tell everybody.
Yeah.
And they go on YouTube and tell everybody. But Megan, now how are you involved in this?
So I married Levi about almost 4 years ago, and at that point we were still on the property. There's a little building that was literally right next to our house, and that's where we started. And then we eventually was presented the opportunity to move into this place because we were getting more orders. So we moved in here, and then I became working in the showroom. I do the decals here, and I help a lot of the customers figure out what camper works best for them.
Great.
And since then, me and him, took over, so now I'm partial owner. Moving up the chain of command here.
Right. Well, you've got a great product to work with, and besides Craigslist, are there other methods that you use to promote and sell your trailer?
Well, over a period of time, after we got to a certain point with the business, and this is while we were still on our property, while we were building there was a man that we had built a camper for, and he started an owners group on Facebook.
Okay.
And that owners group has grown to thousands of followers. And so after that kind of came about, it fueled a lot of the response to wanting one of these models for the cost and for the durability, and also something a little bit different than what you normally see on the market. And after a little while, we ended up having a customer, Steve Russell. You saw his video, and he became kind of our website guy, and so he's been running our website and doing some of the marketing and stuff, and it's grown quite a bit since then.
Okay, yeah, Steve Russell puts out a nice review of this trailer too, and I'll put his link down there in the description as well. But that's so you save a lot of money by not having to advertise and have to keep showrooms up and that kind of thing. That's great. So do you have any idea how many of these that you've produced over the last 7 years?
I think we're approaching somewhere around 500
Wow,
so far.
Great. And what about warranty and service on these? Is there what is there? I know that they're basic units. There's probably not a lot that can go wrong with them. It's not like you've got plumbing to worry about and that kind of thing.
Right.
But
yeah, we do a 1-year warranty. and that is on anything that we have done. Any of the seals break loose, they get a leak or something like that, we fix it.
Okay. All right. Now, this is something that surprised me when I talked to Levi about this earlier. I was picturing the typical customer as probably a young couple, somebody just starting out camping. But you didn't go along with that 100%. Who's your typical buyer?
Probably, I would say 40s
Yeah.
to early 50s. I mean, we have people that are 80s and actually a 90-year-old, Lynn Keel's father. There's a lot of history on him as well. But it's actually more of the later folks than it is the younger.
Well, that surprised me, but this is an attractive solution to camping, especially if you've been tent camping and backpacking,
Yeah.
and if you don't have a big $50,000 tow vehicle.
Yeah.
Well, and I think a lot of it comes from, kids our age, they want to go to the bigger, all the gadgets and stuff, but most people that are up in age have been through that. They've learned from it and they realize, that might not be for them, and they've kind of went through all that and realized that they just need simplicity.
Going back to basics.
Mhm.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, these are not large units. You've got them indoors here and on a rainy day. I'm thankful for that. And I mean, I don't think any of these would not fit in my garage. But they're lightweight. So that's an attractive feature. What kind of vehicle would it take to tow one of these?
You could tow these with most any crossover. We have models that would range from, if you had a very lightweight crossover, it pulled around 1,500 pounds to up. I mean, you could pull it with anything above that.
So a crossover vehicle that's geared for how much? What would be the minimum towing capacity that?
I would say probably somewhere around 1,500 pounds.
If you can tow 1,500 to 2,000 pounds, then you're going to be able to handle one of these, especially one of the smaller units. Then,
Yep.
So that's great, and they're made for hauling stuff in them, right? So what kind of weight capacity? I mean, how much weight could you put in one of these?
Well, you can put in really and truly probably as much as you could fit in there, because they are all on a 3,500 pound brake axle.
A 3,500 pound axle with brakes as a standard feature.
Yes.
That's great.
Along with the spare tire.
Along with the spare tire. Okay. So I think that's pretty much covered what I was going to ask you. What have I forgotten? Is there anything else you'd like to share with our friends that I have not mentioned?
I think going back to our Facebook group, that's like the main hub of where a lot of people meet and greet. And something that's quite different about us is we are a giant family. We treat our customers like family. We've made so many connections and friendships through the community that our customers truly are like our first priority. And you'll find that a lot on our owners group, which you don't have to be an owner to join, but if you are interested in looking, I would go on there, and we'll put a link down below to that group, because you will meet a lot of people. You can get customers answering your questions and things like that. But I think that's what really sets us apart, is how we treat our customers and how much of a family we truly are.
Very good. Well, Megan and Levi, I appreciate your time, and we're going to go take a look at one of these and do a little walkthrough and share it with you guys. And like I said, if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below or contact them on their Facebook or YouTube or website. So you've got different options there. So Come on, let's go check out one of these units. The Kodiak Stealth Trailer weighs in at about 1,475 pounds. It rides on an easy lube axle which supports a frame capable of carrying 3,500 pounds. From the rugged 15-inch wheels and tires to the optional ARB awning and everything in between, this trailer shouts practical quality at an affordable price. Here at the front, we find another great option, which is this rack designed to hold up to 250 pounds and can carry the optional toolbox or whatever you want to stow there. Heavy-duty diamond plate rock guard covers the 3/4 of the front, and also that optional 5,000 BTU air conditioner. Now here's a better look at the sturdy roof rack and the MaxxAir roof vent. The skin of this beautiful trailer is an anodized aluminum sheeting, which not only durable but beautiful. At the hitch here, you see the sturdy manual tongue jack with a roller that makes it easier to move this around inside your garage. Now, as we look down the side here, you can see the electrical power connection and the standard equipment spare tire. The heavy steel fenders can support 700 pounds for loading and unloading the roof rack. That's rated for up to 500 pounds. Now, underneath the bed, we have a sizable pass-through storage space, which also houses this handy outside hook-on table. You can see more about that little option in the video, which is linked below in the description. Now, here at the back, we can see more rugged diamond plate rock guard and a 2-inch receiver for bike racks and such. And, oh yeah, did I mention the stabilizers? Wow, this is really a great looking trailer, don't you think? Well, what do you say we take a peek inside now? Now, here at the front is a tough birchwood storage cabinet. And there's that 5,000 BTU AC unit. There's a power strip. There's some drawers. And down under the drawers, you see all the basic electric power connections. You know, stuff like for battery. There's standard braking on these trailers. Then here, as we pan around toward the back, you'll see the dinette setup. And underneath the bench over here, up under there, you can see a good place to put the optional battery, and or two, whatever you decide to add there. And there's another little storage space on the other side, easy to access through a little door. And of course, all this makes into a lovely bed. And then last but not least, there's this sturdy aluminum step, which is typical of the ruggedness of this whole trailer. Well, it looks like it stopped raining out here. Hey, that was a good time. I've really enjoyed meeting Levi and his wife, and hope you enjoyed it too. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and then subscribe if you haven't already. And certainly check out Rustic Trails on YouTube, Facebook. They've got a website, so you might enjoy them too. And I want to thank you for watching, and may all your journeys be safe, and God bless you.